How many of you in here think that you don't have any skills or talents? See, we've all got skills and talents. Earl's helping us tap into those. How about another round of applause for Earl Kitching? Mark Guy is a professional business strategist, TEDx speaker, and a podcaster. He is committed to helping you succeed through coaching and proprietary business solutions. To share with us his 7 pillars of inspired productivity, please welcome Mark Guy.
Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder. Thunder, feel the thunder.
Are you inspired?
Yes.
Will you innovate?
Yes.
Will you ignite at home?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you everyone who spoke before me. I feel so privileged and honored to come to Jacksonville and to share my message. So I'd like to thank you and honor you for the time that you have spent here. Please give a warm applause to everyone who has spoke and listened. Thank you everyone. I'd like to ask you a question. Would you like to be more productive? How many people? Okay, some people are holding out. I'm not sure. Maybe you're eating, being productive, which works for some people as well. So I will start right from the big myth about productivity. And a lot of my talks are interactive, so I will ask a lot of questions. So I'm going to ask you say yes most of the time until the portion of my program where I say no. Okay, good? Yes? Yes. Okay, see, we're catching on quickly. How many people here make New Year's resolutions?
Yes.
Okay, that's some of you. Okay. How many people here? How many people here make New Year's resolutions?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Does it work for you?
No.
No? So how's making New Year's resolutions have worked for your productivity, for your life? Good, sometimes bad. I'm going to ask you to stop with New Year's resolution from this day forward. Just hear me out on this. I'd like to offer you a new possibility. A couple years ago, my coach have introduced me to an idea of power word. How many people heard of that? Power word. So you think about your year. Maybe it's January. You know what is it? September 15th? You can start your year now. I give you permission. You're welcome. So think about a power word for the entire year. Just one word. That word will color all your activities, all your thoughts, and all of your actions. Just think about it for a moment. The power word for your year. It could be ignite, innovation, inspire. It could be compassion. It could be love. It could be care. Just think about it for a moment. And once you select your power word, I'm going to ask you to commit to it. I know it's a tough thing. We are so afraid to commit to everything. Okay, actually I am. My ex-wife will tell you that. Right? We have to, well, she's not here, so we have to talk about that. So the reason I talk about the power word is on January 4th, 2017, my business partner and I, we went to Starbucks in Orlando. This is where I live. So January 4th in the evening, after a long day, I said, okay, you want to do this power word? She looked at me, she's like, okay, I'll do it. If you do it, okay, we'll do it, okay. So she went with her power word, soar. S-O-A-R. The entire year she soared until, unlike anything she ever did in her life. And I'll tell you more. And for my power word for that year, I chose magical. Makes sense, right? We have Orlando Magic, Disney is just down the road. It's magical. So last year, I got my first TEDx talk, got a new business, and met people all over the world that have advanced my life in the ways I could not even imagine. So I thought to myself, okay, so 2017 was magical. Now in 2018, I'm going to try to be a little greedy. So what was my power word for 2018? You're probably thinking, I don't know.
Money.
Money! Yes, okay, close. Miracles. It makes sense, right? Magical, miracles, Mark. So think about your power word. What is that word that will live in your heart? What is that word that you can share with your family? What is that one word that you can come on this stage and tell the world, this is my power word? A lot of times, like I said, we have commitment phobia. Isn't that true? We don't like we have someone calling us on the phone, trying to sell us something. Okay, we don't want that. Or asking us to participate in a project. We don't want to commit a lot of times. But I will ask you to commit. Because if you truly want to have a productive life that is filled with purpose and fulfillment, you have to find commitment. How many times have you said no to opportunities because you were afraid? Because you said, you know what, this is just not for me. Or it's too far to drive. Or they will judge me. They will judge you. Just get over it. Say to yourself, yes, I commit to it and move forward. And that's my main idea for this talk. And for the 7 pillars of productivity, I don't have a lot of time, and I know I will do the condensed version of this talk. Will that be okay with you? And if you have more questions, I have a booth in the back. I'll be more than happy to talk to you about that. First pillar of productivity in my book is places. What are the places that you spend the most time with? Is that at work, in your car, in your park, maybe it's on a public stage? Where are the places you spend the most time? Just like our esteemed speakers, Lisa and Derek, right? You talked about mindfulness in your morning routine. How many people here have this thing attached to their hand? You know what? You know what we should call ourselves? We should call ourselves cyborgs, right? Because we're attached to the information. In fact, Elon Musk said in a few months, there'll be a product linking this to your brain called Neuralink. Is that scary? Yes. It is scary. So, according to the study that I have read, 86% of people who have smartphone reach for the smartphone the very first thing they wake up. Okay, let's just be honest here, because we have to be honest, right? When you wake up first thing, what do you do? What do you do? Okay, let's hear some honest opinions. Okay, what do you do? Huh?
Turn my alarm off.
Which is? In the phone, right? We don't need, okay. Okay, what else do we do? What else do we do when we first wake up? Huh? Meditation. Okay, what else? Check social media, of course. We got to see what happened overnight, right? And you got to keep up with the followers. If you don't check your phone within the first hour of waking up, you will achieve 30% increase in productivity for the entire week. Wow. My challenge to you is put away the phone. Put away the phone and don't look at it within the first hour. Or maybe you have to look at it, right? Because people are going to send you money through the email, right? You know, they want you to do your business. Or they want to do business with you. What do you call an email? It's what? What is it? Electronic message. Okay, what else? It's a notification, yes? I have a new definition for you. You'd like to write this down, if you can. We're recording this. Email is a convenient way of organizing other people's agenda. Isn't that true? So when you wake up, you put up your alarm and say, oh, I got the email. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm looking the wrong way. And I got an Instagram followers. Oh, I got to see what she or he tweeted. Email is nothing more than a convenient way of organizing other people's agenda. I will ask you for 1 hour, put away the phone and email. And I know it's so tough. This is probably the toughest thing you will do in your life. But I will ask you to do it and see your productivity soar. So the first pillar is places, and it starts at home. It starts with your morning routine. I'll share with you my morning routine. I wake up, sometimes I look at the phone, yes, sometimes I read the scripture and I pray. And I pray, I give thanks. Then I go outside of my house. Outside of my house it's not a big house, but it's decent. It's a nice backyard, front yard. I walk around the house, I look up in the sky, I open my arms, and I say thank you. I say thank you for this day. And while I walk around and listen to the birds chirping, the hum of the big city just in the distance, sometimes it's wet outside, it's Florida, just navigating my way through the road, I give myself just a minute or two to set my day straight. Then after that, I go inside my house. I have a porch, I have a rocking chair, and in the rocking chair, I pray again. but this is the prayer of gratitude. I think gratitude is the most important prayer in my book. And if you don't believe in that, just find a way to be grateful for something in your life, for people, project, places, your health, just being here at this symposium. The anomaly, the interesting thing about this story is that every time when I miss my morning routine, when I don't take a minute to say gratitude or say an open prayer to my Creator, to the universe, my productivity is almost always going down that day. Because I have to play catch up, trying to understand what happened, and I'm so frazzled. So I'm going to ask you to find a morning routine that helps with you. But that all starts with places. Does that make sense?
It does.
It does, right? And thank you, Sunil. You're very enthusiastic. You always need some people in the front just to say yes to everything you say, right? Right? So the speaker thinking, yes, okay. And thank you for everyone who inspired us before. Second pillar is people. According to Jim Rohn, Tony Robbins, and every self-development guru that you can hear and care to listen and learn from, you are an average of 5 people you spend the most time with. Who are your top 5? I think some of the toughest things that we have to do in life is to let some people go. It could be our relatives. It could be the friends that we love and adore, but every time you meet with them or you do some kind of project, you deflate. Yes. And I'm not sure if they deflate or not, but this is how I feel. And for the longest time, I have ignored that whisper, that tiniest voice inside my gut check, saying, you know what, I can't quite put a finger on this, but this relationship, this interaction, is just something doesn't feel right. And they say all the right things, and they do all the right things, it appears, but when you come home, you're deflated. So my invitation is to be honest with yourself. How many people here watch Billions on, what is it? One of those? Showtime, right?
What is it called?
Billions. I don't watch it, but I just like the conflict. And one of the main characters in that show, he said, I don't lie to myself. He's a billionaire hedge fund manager. How do you live your life? Do you lie to yourself on a regular basis, every day? Do you think this is going to work out? Are you not listening to your gut? Are you not listening to what the universe is really telling you? And if you get that feeling after interacting with some people, it's time to gently vacate and move forward with your productivity. So the second pillar is people. Third pillar for me is purpose. How many people here love to talk about purpose? Okay, when you say a little more. How many people here love to talk about purpose?
Yes.
Okay, there's a few. You know what? Sometimes you just have to bargain with the audience, right? Bargain back and forth. Purpose, I think, is what drives everything that we do in productivity, in life, and all the actions that we do. I am a Toastmaster. How many Toastmasters here? By the way, thank you for Pim and Ron and all the Toastmasters that I have seen. It changes lives, so sign up for Toastmasters if you're not. A few months ago, my friend, Beverly Lerner, she's my neighbor, I live in Winter Haven, Florida. She was preparing for a contest. It's an international speech contest, and her topic was finding your happiness, finding your purpose. And we driving back from the contest, it's like, end of the day, I'm tired, she's tired, she's dropping me off, and she's driving, she says, Mark, what happiness means to you? Beverly, I just want to get home. Why are you asking me such deep questions and purpose and happiness? And as we were approaching home, close to our neighborhood, I looked at Beverly and I said, Beverly, I know what happiness and my purpose is. For me, my purpose is seeing happiness in the eyes of the people I love. What is your purpose? What is that one purpose that drives you every day, that gets you up in the morning not looking at your phone, looking at your phone, doing your morning routine, and keep on going. I always talk about my younger sister. Her name is Yelena. We're immigrants from Western Siberia 20 plus years ago. And I remember when they first brought her from the hospital, I thought my life is over. I'm the big brother. So I had to help with feeding and taking her out for walks and singing lullabies to her and read to her. And I felt, this is it. But what I didn't realize, that started the seeds of a very deep and close friendship between myself and my sibling, my younger sister, Yelena. And a lot of times, Yelena and I would fight so much. And like, oh, she wants me one thing, I want to do something else. She's almost 30 years old, and we still fight, right? So as a big brother, you have an unwritten responsibility, unwritten code, and it's to protect her, protect the people you love. And there's some medical challenges and some challenges that I cannot protect her from, and I feel guilty. Do you ever feel like that? There's somebody you love and you cannot help them or do whatever you can? And that's how I found purpose, to help her live her best life. I told her I will be coming here to Jacksonville to speak, and I speak a lot, different corporations, keynote speaker, my own events, and this is what she wrote to me, just last night. She said, Mark, yay, have a great time. I'm very proud of you. I love you very much. You inspire me. What is your purpose? And that's the question I have for you. What is one thing that gets you up in the morning and gets you going and gets you through all the obstacles and objectives, and you say, darn it, I will get it through because I found my purpose. So that's my invitation. I only covered 3 pillars of inspired productivity. I have more, which is power, process, patience, and practice. I'd like to talk to you more at the booth. Thank you very much for your time, and I hope you find your way to ignite, inspire, and innovate. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mark. Are you inspired? Yes. Are you ready to innovate? Yes. Has a fire been ignited within you? Yes. Then let's have another round of applause for all of today's featured speakers. Now, as you can well imagine, in addition to all of the people that you have seen on the stage, it also takes a host of volunteers in order to make an event like this come to life. We have been led in that effort by Christina Gonzalez. Thank you very much. Am I right about that?